It's with great honour that I have the opportunity to introduce our next guest. He's taken up his post here in Japan late in 2011 amongst a challenging year for the country, both from a natural disaster and an economic position. It's safe to say that, however, when he was appointed to this role, that he was well placed in understanding Japan and its culture, having had a post here from 1992 to 1996. In addition to his time in Japan, he has spent the majority of his career working on foreign policy with DFAT and has had significant postings in the department of the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, as well as Iran. It's with great pleasure that I introduce to you for a few words and a toast. His Excellency, Mr. Bruce Miller, Ambassador of Australia.
Thank you very much. I'm really delighted to be here. I came racing back from a commitment I had in Osaka this afternoon so that I could be here. The result of that, though, was that I wasn't fully prepared with the black tie, and I threw it all on and realised that I'd put on a number of kilograms in the 6 months since I've got here. So if there's what I believe is called a wardrobe malfunction this evening, please ignore it. I'm really, as I say, pleased to be here, really pleased to see so many tables sponsored by Australian companies, so many tables sponsored by companies at which Australians work, so many tables brought here by Australian and Japanese individuals, as well as others. It's terrific to see a room full of people, particularly after what has been, as the MC said and as Paul said, a very tough year in Japan. Of course, I only arrived in August. I wasn't here for the hard times that so many of you here were here for. I know that it's been difficult. I know that many of you have made a huge contribution, yourselves and through your companies, to making contributions to the reconstruction effort and a variety of other different ways. I'm very pleased to see that this evening a lot of the proceeds of this event are going to a great charity, OGA for Aid. And I was delighted too to see that that particular charity is focusing its efforts on Minami Sandikcho, which is a particular part of Japan that was affected by the disasters, with which we, Australia, have a close association. It was a place where we sent our search and rescue team. It was a place that the Prime Minister visited when she came to Japan in April. It's a place I've been up to myself in October to participate in the Reconstruction Fair. It's a place from which we are sending students down to Australia to have a breakaway from what has been a tough time. It's also a place where a major Australian company is in the process of putting in place a lifelong learning centre. So it's terrific to see that we, Australia as a whole, as Team Australia, are making this sort of contribution. Now, here we are on the 28th of January, 2 days after Australia Day, in a sense celebrating who we are and doing so away from home. It's often a bit more challenging to do that when we're away from home, but it's always good to remember the Australian spirit, which is when we're away from home, and that of course is to have, it's not only to have a good time, of course it's to have a good time, but also to be generous to those in need, and I think we have certainly shown that with our contributions to the events of the last few months. I won't talk on too long. I'm notorious for speaking too long, and my staff are always telling me to shut up about 10 minutes earlier than I actually do. So I'll get off the stage right now, and let's just have a good time this evening, knowing that the year ahead is going to be challenging in many ways, whether it be commercially, economically, reconstruction terms, or whatever. But let's tonight have a terrific time together. Thank you very much. I am supposed to offer the toast as well. So, let me propose a toast, if I may, to the recovery of this country in the course of 2012 and to the security and prosperity of everyone here. So I'll have you all stand and propose and join me in making the toast. Thank you. Okay, we'll do it in Japanese, that's all right. Kanpai!